in a word, what we're talking about is a very unusual occurrence, at least in North America. What will happen on April the 8th? It's an occurrence that is something like once in a lifetime total solar eclipse. What that means is that basically you have the shadow of the moon completely covering the sun. And normally, what we're used to viewing is a partial solar eclipse, but this one is unusual. And the way it's going to occur is that the eclipse path will start in the South Pacific Ocean, passing through Mexico, the United States, all the way to Canada. And why is this eclipse unique? It's because most solar eclipses are partial. That is, the sun is part hidden by the moon. Total solar eclipses mean that the moon shadow totally covers the sun. This is rare because the moon's shadow is not big enough normally. And there's a few places on the earth where a total eclipse can happen. And North America generally just happened to be to fall on the path, on this unique path. But to be visible, you must be either on the exact path of the eclipse, or at least along a narrow band, let's say about 185 kilometers or at least 115 miles of the path. And the actual eclipse, that is its totality, darkness, darkness or duration of it, it's somewhere around about 4 minutes and a few seconds. Okay, and of course that depends again on your position on the exact path itself. And again, for those who probably pay attention to this, I believe the longest recorded total eclipse was somewhere around June 1955, somewhere thereabouts, which lasted something like 7 minutes and 8 seconds.
How often does this happen?
A partial eclipse, for example, almost every, I would say, 7 years. But the full eclipse, like I said, is very rare. Like, for example, the next one that is projected will be sometime in 2044. So 20 years from now, that's when we'll experience another full total eclipse.
Why is it necessary for people to wear those special glasses to look at it?
Well, part of it because it is extremely dangerous to view, at least look at the eclipse without wearing any protective eyewear. Where it's more dangerous, it's when the moon is partially covering, with this, the eclipse is partially, it's not yet totally full. When it's totally full, you can actually look at it for that period. But as it passes, when it is partially, that's when the intensity of the sun's rays are very, very dangerous to a naked eye. So you have to have protection in order to actually see. Otherwise, you will have, you damage your eyesight.